That's the goal here, Asier, but we still have yet to hear from President Trump how long he's willing to let this trade war escalate. And neither side is showing signs of softening. In the meantime, global businesses are getting more uncertain, and hundreds of thousands of jobs and billions of dollars in trade hang in the balance.
It's a battle pitting the United States against China over billions of dollars in trade. And Washington fired the first shot.
We opened our country to their goods, but they put up massive barriers to keep our products and our goods the hell out of their country because they didn't want that competition. And that's not free trade, that's stupid trade. We're not going to do that.
12:01 Friday, Washington slapped 25% duties on $34 billion of Chinese products, mainly chemicals, heavy construction vehicles, and components for manufacturing equipment. Beijing responded immediately, matching that tax dollar for dollar. Many U.S. goods on China's tariff list are agricultural, including pork, beef, soybeans, and apples. Also hit whiskey, tobacco, and off-road vehicles.
China will never start a trade war, but if any party resorts to increase of tariffs, then China will take measures in response to protect China's development interests, uphold the authority and efficacy of the WTO, and to save the multinational trade regime.
The U.S. Chamber of Commerce assembled this map to show how U.S. tariffs will hurt American businesses. In the state of Washington, $5.2 billion in products like soybeans, wheat, and passenger vehicles. In Louisiana, $5.7 billion, most of it in soybeans, but also corn and grain sorghum. And in California, $4 billion in goods like electric vehicles and passenger cars.
These are people who voted for President Trump. Is there a sense of betrayal?
I think there's a sense of concern, intellectual property, forced technology transfer that all this $34 billion is about. Those aren't agriculture issues. These are, we're retaliated against to make a political impact.
And these could be just the opening shots. U.S. President Donald Trump has promised to retaliate against China's tariffs by slapping duties on an additional $400 billion worth of Chinese goods. The net result? Many economists predict a loss of competitiveness abroad and a lot of pain at home.
We will also have some job losses inside the United States because these are inputs into U.S. production, and they will raise the costs of producing in the United States, and some of those costs will have to be passed along to consumers.
Meantime, U.S. stocks really didn't have any wild reactions on Friday. They had, in fact, already sold off for the past 2 weeks. The question now is, how quickly will the pain be felt globally if this tit-for-tat continues, Asier?
And Jessica, what about China's stock market?
Well, China's stock market has now fallen close to levels we last saw during the crash in 2015. It's now officially considered to be a bear market, but Beijing also has vast sums of money it can tap into if it gets anywhere near an economic crisis.